Do you want some awesome Nintendo Switch games for cheap prices? Then don't miss out on these amazing eShop experiences. I've spent my own cash and played hours of each game in this video series, and I can tell you these are the best value games on Nintendo Switch. Stick around until the end of each video for a chance to win an eShop voucher. Okay, let's load up the eShop and look at the best Nintendo Switch games under $15. So starting off today with a triple header of absolutely fantastic, brutal, action-filled games. We're talking about Doom 1, Doom 2 and Doom 3. All of these classics can be purchased for under $15. This is an absolute steal. Doom 3 in particular is a really underlooked title and it shines on the Switch OLED. Those dark blacks are amazing for atmosphere and it's just great. If you've never played Doom 1 or 2 as well, these are absolute classics that changed the game. All three of these can be found for really cheap prices on the eShop. I would urge all of you to go out and try the Doom series if you never have. And if you have, it's maybe time to revisit this classic. One Strike. One Strike is one of the first cheaper games that I got on the Nintendo eShop. It has been there for a long while now. This is a side-on fighting game, 1v1, and as the name says, it's one strike and you are dead. You have a weapon in your hand, you can block, you can obviously move back and forward, and that's it. It's as simple and as brutal as that. You duel against an opponent and it's a fight to the death. One hit and you are out. What makes this so intriguing is obviously it's very high stakes. So games can go on for quite a while with blocking back and forth, but they can also be over in an instant. This game can be got for under $1 and it's an absolute steal. Really fun. I would consider going out and getting this one if you're into fighting games. Peace Death. So Peace Death is kind of like a comedy style of game. It's a very strange one. Again, like all the games in this series, this can be got for very cheap price. You basically play as Death and you have to decide who does or does not get sent to hell. And that's basically it. You've got your clientele that will visit you and you basically choose who and what is going to hell. There's a couple of little puzzle elements and stuff built into this one as well, and it's a cool art style. The sprites in it are, some of them are really hilarious and some of them are just menacing. Obviously you are down in hell and your objective in this one is to try and get yourself a promotion so that you can kind of work your way up the ladder of the kind of internal structure of the Death Leagues. Kamikaze Veggies is a really strange one. You're playing as a veggie soldier and you work your way around these little maps and explore the veggie world. It's kind of like an action puzzler type of game. There's lots of different puzzles to solve, but there are bits of action where you have to battle foes, but there is a large section of the game is based on puzzles. So if you're into puzzle games, this one is quite fun. I mean, it's not the best puzzler in the world, but it does a job. There is a co-op element to this one as well, so you can play the experience in co-op, so it's fun just to have a friend round and have a go on this one. And as well as that, there's a bit of a story to it as well. There's nothing super deep or anything there, but this is a fun one that you can play in co-op with friends, and as for every title on this list, it's a few dollars and it's a good afternoon of fun. Man Clive. This is 1 and 2. These are the HD kind of remakes of such, of the 3DS game. I absolutely love the 3DS. Anyone that's watched the channel for any amount of time or any amount of videos will know that I'm a massive fan of the 3DS. And these were two of the eShop titles that really took that system to a different level. These were two of the most popular titles on the eShop for that one, and for me they continue to be so on the Nintendo Switch eShop, and it's really nice to have them in this double pack. It is good value. The art style is fantastic. It's this kind of pencil drawing, but there's amazing bosses in this. Some of them are actually really hard. The art style may fool you, may make you think that this is kind of a easier challenge of a game, game. Obviously it's priced as well as if it's like a budget friendly title, but some of these boss battles really did kick my ass. I don't know if it just means I'm terrible or what. As well as that, it kind of reminded me of Cuphead in a way, where it mixes things up. So you've got, I think you've seen it in the trailer there, flying sections, side-on sections in vehicles. So it's something a good bit different, and really cool art style, really fun gameplay, very addictive. Pick up Man Clive, you won't regret it. Astro Bears. This one's a bit ridiculous, I can just say, but it's multiplayer fun. You play as the titular Astro Bears, and you run around, and the object is to run around these kind of Mario Galaxy-like sphere levels, and you are leaving a trail behind you. So you'll have different players will have a different color. So you'll have your green, yellow, red, and blue, and you'll leave the trail behind you. And if the other players, kind of like a snake, run into your color, they start to lose lives. And in turn, this kind of gives a point scoring system, and that's how the entire game is scored and judged. So it's a really fun one for multiplayer. It does get quite competitive, and you can kind of gang up and pick on one player as well. So I think you can play this up to 4 players. I've played it in a 2-player with my partner, but I think you can play this one up to 4 players as well, and it's just really fun for a kind of party setting. As I said, you can pick on one player, so you can kind of choose to maybe surround them and block them in, but it does get a bit frantic, a bit chaotic, and that just all adds to the charm of this one. The art style is really nice as well. It's friendly, kind of kid-friendly, fun little art style. You can play it with all ages as well, so this is a really nice one to pick up on the Nintendo eShop. And again, just like the rest of them, it's only a couple of dollars. So a really good deal for a party-style game that you can whip out at any stage. Okay, that is all for the game suggestions this week, but we are on to our favourite section, which I'm sure is why a lot of you have stayed this far, and it's to give away our $10 eShop voucher. Last week's winner was Lobster Bricks. That is Lobster Bricks. So congratulations to them. You will have been sent a message with details on how to get the $10 eShop voucher. Hopefully use it on some games from this video or the previous video in the series. If you do want to check out any of the previous videos, click on the channel, hit subscribe. We've got loads of Nintendo Switch and eShop content on there. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.